What's up, everyone, from wherever you're watching? I'm excited, I am happy, I am relaxed, and I'm composed. I come to you in peace. I want us to do justice to a very important subject, parenting. And I want us to discuss today the quality we called authenticity. I think time is bringing into surface the fact that parenting is not what you thought and I thought is. In fact, there's even need for us to get into qualifications. Like, for example, if you are to apply for a certain job, the first thing you do is to measure yourself against the qualifications or the requirements. If you don't qualify, you don't waste your time, you don't waste your energy, even your money, because sometimes you may need to travel to do the application, or you may need to pay some internet fee. So you measure yourself against the qualifications, against the requirements, and if you come short, if you don't measure up to, you stop that and do something else. When it comes to parenting, we don't get into that concept because we think that naturally, because you gave birth to a child or you participated in the conception of one, then you're automatically qualified to be a parent. But parenting, if you are one, is not bringing a child onto this earth. That's not parenting. That can be done by any woman for that matter. But being a mother and being a father takes something else. And that's where the qualifications come in. So right now, I want us to look at one of the qualifications I believe is imperative. And if you are dating, you have plans to get married, because the byproduct of marriage is children or a child, then you must start premeditating and thinking ahead of time when it comes to parenting. How are you going to parent your children? Are you qualified? What are the qualifications? Spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical qualifications that you need to possess in order to be an effective parent. Number one, authenticity. Authenticity is a state of uniqueness, separation, independence, originality, and difference you are born in and you're born with. It's a quality that is inborn, it is intrinsic. It gives you a sense of worth and value that does not need anyone to validate, does not need anyone to rubber stamp, does not need anyone to appease. It is just there. Everyone else around you, it's up to them to recognize that. And if they don't, then that means they don't deserve your attention, they don't deserve your time, they don't deserve your anything. When it comes to parenting, authenticity is a quality that helps you as a parent stay on your throne and build a relationship with a child that permits that child also to stay on their throne. Remember, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 says, "And God said, let us make man in our own image and likeness, and let them have dominion." That blessing of leadership, that blessing to lead, is on every human being. It is on you, it is on your child, because the bottom line is you're all human beings. So the question is, how do you facilitate the actualization of that blessing that has been placed on your child? When you are a parent, you are an adult, you are ahead of your child in terms of age. What can you demonstrate so that this child can see and get inspired to start leading, start dominating, start directing their own lives? So authenticity is that quality that helps you as a parent create an environment that allows your child to evolve, to grow, to become that version of themselves they are capable of becoming. The child has every spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical resource in them to become that man or woman God intends or intended them to become. Remember, you and your child have one thing in common. You're all creatures. You have a creator. It is the creator that has the upper hand, that has the ultimate word, that has the ultimate idea, that has the ultimate purpose. So my role as a parent is to ensure that this child grows up in line with God's purpose for their lives. And the only way that can be achieved is when I engage in parenting from authenticity. I engage from a space of uniqueness, of separation, of independence, of difference. So I want us to talk about four benefits of authenticity in parenting, and I'll just be referring to my booklet. Okay, so number one, um, authenticity brings about a strong bond between the child and the parent. So authenticity invites the parent and the child to engage in an interaction, a relationship, a connection that allows them to operate from their spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical uniqueness. And that makes each of the two feel a sense of belonging, so that the bond that is growing is natural. It is that which develops based on the trust levels. The more the child and the parent engage, the more the trust level is built, the more the trust level is enhanced. So the child will open up more of themselves to the parent will open more of themselves to the child. So it leads to a very strong bond between the parent and the child. Number two, it permits individual discovery and growth. Remember, the parent and the child are both human beings. They are yet to become. In as long as they're still on earth, they're in the journey of growth, development, and evolution. So when authenticity is practiced by the parent, it means the parent does maintain the individual path. They keep on growing, they keep advancing, they keep growing emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. That means they are in their space and they invite the child to also continue growing emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physical. So it leads both of them into a path of discovery and growth. Number three, it does boost self-esteem and self-confidence for both. The more the parent is engaging from a space of authenticity, the more they feel composed, the more they feel fulfilled, the more they feel at peace. There's no conflict because there is no difference between who they are showing up physically and who they truly are inside. It is one and the same thing. That means the child is also invited to show up externally who they truly are inside. So, meaning each of them is encouraged to show up more and more and more of themselves, because authenticity invites you to be yourself, and you're not questioned, you're not disregarded, you're not blamed, you're not labeled, you're not called any names for being authentic and for being true. Then last but not least, it inspires expression of gifts and talents. Authenticity is a state of independence, difference, uniqueness, and originality. So if authenticity is practiced in parent-child relationship, it means the gifts that are part of that authenticity will come out naturally. Relationship is about self-revelation, presentation, and expression. So when there is authenticity, it creates a permissive environment for the parent and the child to bring out their best talents and their gifts. It comes natural. No one is forcing the other. The parent will begin to show up in their talents, and these talents help the parent in connecting more with the child. And the more they connect with the child, the more the child feels safe and confident to release their gift and their talent. So if you are a parent and you've been having tension between you and your child, well, one of the things you need to check on is the connection level, the trust level between you and your child. You're likely to find out that it is a bit strained. There's fear. There's fear between you and your child. And if there's fear, if there's worry, if there's anxiety, then it means that relationship is not going to permit this child to evolve to become the independent man or woman they are capable of. And that means you will not be an effective parent. So start today. Release your child. Let them be who they truly are. Let them evolve. Trust them. Stay in your space. Give them permission. Let them open up. Bit by bit. Don't force your relationship on them. Don't go with this mentality because you are the mother who brought them on earth. So you think automatically you will be given an open heart. It doesn't work like that. When it comes to relationships, you must earn the right to be respected, to be loved, to be appreciated. Otherwise, you can have a physical body with you, that of your child, but they are elsewhere emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And really, that will be a catastrophe. If your child blocks you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, you're finished. So stop everything you're doing and put all your efforts on ensuring that the connection level, the trust level, the engagement level between you and your child is based on authenticity, is inviting one another to connect, to relate, to engage from who you truly are. Think about that and let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll keep on sharing these messages because I want your parenting to get better. I want you to have a close relationship with your child because I know you have experience, you have expertise, you have values, you have something good you can transfer to your child. But for that transfer to happen, for that cross pollination to take place, there has to be factors that permit that cross pollination, that transfer. And one of them is connection, one of them is trust, one of them is an intimate relationship. And you can have it because you have the ability. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. My name is Martin, the coach. I love talking about parenting because I'm a parent myself and it is a learning adventure, it is a learning institution.